Hey guys, Mike here. So it's just finished a Monday, and as I was leaving the office, one of the guys stopped me and said, "Hey man, how was your day?" "Oh, Mondays, right?" And I was like, "Actually, I really like Mondays. Mondays are one of my favorite days of the week." And I was like, "How is that possible?" The reason that we hate Mondays, I think, is because so many of us rely and depend on kind of the weekend bringing some kind of relief. And the truth is that the reason you want relief is not because you hate necessarily what you're doing. It's probably more likely because actually you're not clear on what it is that you want to do. Today I just published a blog post on why vision boards suck and how to fix it so that you can get what you want. And part of the problem behind vision boards in general, and kind of think people having these goals and stuff and things that they want out of life, things they want out of the universe, is because they haven't written down, or they're not clear on what it is that they're going to give the world, what they're going to give the universe in order to get that stuff. It's kind of like saying, look, I really want to run a marathon, but then never entering any marathons. It's like saying I want to run 10k but never training to run 10k, you know. The reasons that I'm such a huge fan of Mondays is because I know how to prioritize my week. It's not down necessarily to, you know, incremental time management, although that does play a factor personally in my day-to-day. I have quite a strict idea on what it is that I want to build, you know, my day around. Essentially, if I can get 3 90-minute blocks of uninterrupted work, that's you know, good to me. But Mondays work because I am willing because I know exactly what it is I need to do. And I know exactly what it is I need to do week to week. So every day, every week feels productive to me because I know exactly what it is that I need to do in order to get to my vision, to my goals, right? Ultimately, I want to have a $500 million agency business. I want to have, talk shows call me up, book deals. I want to be a best-selling author, have long-time running courses, be given honorary degrees, all this kind of stuff, the stuff that I want, the stuff that I think would, you know, be the result and the reward of all my hard work. But I also know to get there, I have to give enormous levels of action and enormous levels of input to be able to even move the needle in that respect. So what are those things? Well, if I want, you know, a book deal, I have to prove that I can sell content. Therefore, I'm going to have to write a ton of content. Therefore, I'm going to have a content plan. And one of the big roadblocks I think that a lot of businesses have is actually they're just not that interested in sitting down and doing the work. Right? Yes, sometimes it's super boring. It's okay. There's a bit of a grind to it. It's not particularly exciting or sexy, but a lot of the time it's stuff that you're just gonna have to sit down and do. Templates make a massive difference. Any time that I've got work to do that is maybe considered boring or dull or a bit of a grind, usually 9 times out of 10 I've got a template. And if I haven't got a template, I'm going to find one, or I'm going to buy one, or I'm going to make one, because that just makes that grind so much easier. And yeah, you know what, I reckon at some point, by pushing forward and continuing to do that every single day, day in, day out, writing content for at least 3 hours every single day, an hour a day dedicated to just reaching out and talking to people and having conversations, we reach a critical mass and a level of activity that basically returns to us this law of accelerated results. If you don't know what the law of accelerated results is, just check it out. It's basically the science behind why people become an overnight success. But actually, if you look back, people don't become overnight successes. They've usually spent, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years doing one thing day in, day out to get themselves to that point, which is why I love Mondays so much, because Monday is the first day in a block of 5 work days that I know everyone else is going to be at the office. I know that every single person that I want to have a conversation with is going to be at the office, and I can dedicate an entire day to figuring out how I'm going to use the week. Now, we typically do our planning on a Friday. I'll try and use Monday as a bit of a reflection time in the morning just to see where it is that I want to go. But I'm looking at, okay, well, what is all the stuff that's on my plate? What's this big list look like? And you know what? The list gets longer every single day, but if I go through that and I look and I think, do you know what? So much of this stuff is not necessary. It's not going to help me reach my goals. It's not going to help me get a book deal. It's not going to help me run a $500 million agency business or a series of businesses. It's not going to help me own any property or save money or invest in stocks and shares. It's not going to do that. The 3 or 4 items that will are exactly what I need to be focusing on, you know. So oi. I thought they were pulling me over there. Yeah, so basically Mondays are super, super productive and going to be your favorite time of the week if you know exactly what it is that you're going after, what it is you're facing, what it is that your goals are, what it is that you want to become, what do you want to achieve, you know, what does this massive opportunity look like to you? What do you look like in a year's time, 5 years time, 10 years time? The stuff that's a grind that people hate doing, that's my favorite stuff to get out of the way on Monday. Just get it out of the way, just do it, just send those emails, have the difficult conversation with your accountant, you know, get that out of the way. Cool, I'll speak to you guys later. It is Mike from Sell Your Service. I'll speak to you later, bye.